Hi friends, this is Jamie. I want to welcome you to my channel today. I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. Today I have a book flip through, or a couple book flip throughs for you, and a review. I was sent these books by the Rachel Mintz company. I'm just checking my lighting here. I'm going to try to use natural light today so that we don't get glares on the books, because they do have a gloss cover. Anywho, Rachel Mintz sent me these two books to review for you guys: Cupcake Fairies and the Ice Cream Houses coloring book. They're both kind of like a slight grayscale to them. It doesn't say grayscale on the Cupcake Fairies, but they both do have like a grayscale look to them. I'm going to go through Ice Cream Houses first, because I have colored in the Cupcake Fairies one, so you can see my image when we get to that one. This one, if you flip the back, you can see there's 6 thumbnails for you guys to kind of feature and see. I'm going to show you guys the ISBN in case you need it. It's right there. And we'll kind of get started with the flip. What I'm going to do is, since this is a voiceover, I'm going to turn on some music as I'm flipping through this, so you guys can just enjoy the images, and then I'll come back at the end before I flip to the next one. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that flip through of the Ice Cream Houses coloring book. I'm going to now give you a kind of a flip through of the Cupcake Fairies coloring book. This one, I actually saw some different things, and I reached out to the Rachel Mintz company and let them know about some different things that I saw in the pages, and they did update their versions. So after this, I actually show you the updated digital version. Again, this is a voiceover recording. Here's the back side. It has the 6 thumbnails, just like normal. And there's the ISBN. And with the updated version, I believe they fixed it on Amazon as well, so that you can order the updated version on Amazon if you're interested. This book belongs to Paige, has some flowers, and then it just gets started with the images. I'm kind of talking through this a little bit so that I could kind of point out some things here. This one has like double unicorn horns. I noticed that. This one, the arms and the legs kind of didn't make sense, so I did reach out to them and tell them about this particular thing. I'm just kind of pointing that out in this image. When I color, I like for things to kind of make sense. I like quirky, but I like when the arms make sense and the legs make sense. So yeah. The next page is the one that I colored. So this is the one that I colored for the review. I colored it with markers. It went down great. I mean, I loved coloring with the markers for this page. It was nice, quick, and easy. So it made for a nice, easy coloring. And with the bold black lines and things like that, it made it so that it was just quick. And I did like squiggles around the border so that I didn't have to like give it a full background. And that's kind of what I got away with. The markers that I used here are Ohuhu markers. If you are curious, I did use a little bit of gel pen. There were a few places where I had to add extra fine liners, but it's all good. And this is our next page. Here we have a little girl. She's got 2 chimneys on this house and like floating lanterns on the side. Maybe she's magic. Maybe that's what it is. You can make it like she's a magic girl. This one, the hand seemed a little off, and I did let them know about this one. This is one they did adjust because I've seen the digital since then. I'm trying to show you with my hand what I would envision of what it should look like. We have these 2 little girls by a giant cake. Very cute. And the one girl's hand looked a little wonky, but I believe they fixed it in the digital. So I'm just kind of going through these things step by step. I do notice that this one on the left, her nose is a little off. The girl on the right, her face looks good. We have this one. She has like a tea kettle house. And this one has a frame. I noticed some of these have frames and some of them do not. Just an observation. This one with the unicorn, I noticed that the little girl's headdress has one unicorn ear but does not have a second one. For me, either I would draw it in or I could just white it out. And the easy approach for me would be to white out that because it made no sense. This one is super adorable with the strawberries. And this one, she has kind of a different looking nose. I believe they fixed this in the digital. Here we have the girl with the birthday presents. I noticed with this particular copy, the lines aren't very crisp. And I think it's because maybe it's an Amazon print job. I'm not exactly sure. This background, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. It's almost like unwrapping or something. Maybe it's party. Not sure. This girl is literally inside the cake. The back of it almost looks like a Christmas tree. You could actually do this one for New Year's Eve. I think it looks kind of New Year's Eve-ish. We have this little girl. She's sitting on a cake. And she's kind of got like a butterfly tiara type thing. Yeah. We have this girl, and this is one that I had mentioned to them. See how her hands or arms, wrists are intertwined? They do fix that in the digital version, which I'll be showing after this. And this is the cover page. Looks good. You have this little girl with hearts and the cake. Very simple one. Her dress looks a little off, like it's missing some lines, but it wouldn't be that difficult to add them in. I really love this one. I think it's just super adorable. Maybe because she strikes me as kind of chibi-like, and you guys know I adore chibi coloring books. So maybe that's why she struck a fancy to me. Her dress, something seems a little off, but I think it's just that white space in between the cupcake and the leg, but I think it's fine. This one reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. I don't know why, but it's totally giving me Alice in Wonderland vibes. Maybe because it's the tea kettle and stuff. This one's really cute. This one, she almost looks like she could be sisters with the one that I colored, because their hair seems very similar. They're both, maybe she's celebrating her birthday at the same time as the one I colored. Yeah, I'm doing this voiceover because during this particular video, the dog was barking so loud, and I have no idea why. Maybe a mailman. We have this girl holding like a cherry thing. We have this girl. She's in like this forest of sweets, of cupcakes and treats and candies. And I think what she has in her hand is like a frosting thing or something. But she looks good. She kind of reminds me of the new Strawberry Shortcake Girls. If you guys have ever seen that show. This one, her hand does seem a little confusing on what she's doing right there. I'm pointing it out. They do fix that in the updated version. We have this little girl, which is cute. She's literally stuck in a cupcake. And then we have an ice cream, like kawaii ice cream cone next to her, which is fun. And there's like no massive backgrounds on these, so you don't have to worry about really doing that. If you just like coloring elements on the page, especially with markers, and you would love this. And the shading is given for you if you prefer to do pencils and work your way and make gradients in pencil work. This one, the top seems a little low. I would add extra beads on there so that it didn't seem so low. This one actually reminds me of those, what are they, high school dolls, or I don't remember what they're called. They have like purple hair and stuff like that. Yeah. Her hand kind of blends in with the popsicle a little bit, I noticed. But she's like in a forest of sweets as well. I do like all her hair, and I do like her eyes. She's got a bigger head than the rest of her body. We have this girl right here. If you notice, her hands are conjoined together under that strawberry. They do fix this in the updated version. I did notice that. And then she has some like hair on the one side of her leg that doesn't seem connected to the rest of her hair. I'm just pointing that out. But maybe it's behind her other leg. Well, that's what we're going to say. She's like Rapunzel, and maybe she's tucked it in there so that it's not all over the place. But if you wanted to go to town, you could make that wrap all around the cupcake with your pens and stuff. We have this little girl. I think that something seems off on the nose area. I think they do update that in the new version. And this one is super adorable. She's got kind of like a headpiece on behind her head. And then that is the end here. So this is Cupcake Fairies, and this is Ice Cream Houses. Like I said, I did reach out to them, and I told them what I had saw in the Cupcake Fairies, and they messaged me back and told me they wanted to fix those things and do some updates on that line work, because they want to do a good job and they want to listen to our feedback as colorists and customers. And I am going to get ready here, and I will show you, like shortly after I recorded this video, they messaged me and sent me the digital flip of the updated version, which I'm attaching so you guys can see that they have corrected those things. Here we go. So here's the digital version. So you can see the front here. And I'm just going down. You can see that it has copyright, all that jazz. And then we get started. So this first girl, she still has the double unicorn horn, but you can see there's more of a decoration on that second unicorn horn. And we're going down. You can definitely tell there's some kind of wording on her bodice with this digital version. It's a lot more crisp, the lines. The next page is the one I actually colored, which means there's one missing, because if you remember, there was a page before this that was really intertwined. Maybe they just pulled that one. So it goes straight to this particular page. And I think she looks good. She looks cute. And we have this little girl. She has such an adorable face. But as you can see, everything looks good. This one, it still has the two like chimney things, but it looks very whimsical. And like I say, she looks like she has magic and she's making those lanterns float herself. So I'm okay with them not being attached to the house. Or maybe they're hot air balloons. Whatever you would like. Here they fixed the arms on this girl. See how now that she's holding that cherry, it looks more naturally cupped. I guess it's a strawberry around her hand, which makes it look really cute, almost like an old-fashioned picture. I like that. Here we have the two little girls. The one on the left, her nose is still a little off, but I think I can use my fine liner and make it how I like it. Other than that, it looks good. Very cute. They're celebrating their birthday together. Next one we have is this one. It looks like they didn't need to do any updates on this one. It looks just like the other. I did notice that things are cut off because of the border. That's just an observation. And here we have this little girl. Her hands don't have very much detail to them, but I think the way it is put out is very whimsical, very cute. Here we have this girl. She still only has the one unicorn ear in her headdress. Maybe it's to match the unicorn next to her. Like I said before, I would probably white out mine so that she just had a headdress without ears. And she's like sitting on a hairy toadstool. And there is this little girl. They took out that weird line that was under her nose. It looks very clean now, a lot better. So we want to thank Rachel Mintz for the company for adjusting these things for us to make us enjoy our coloring pages even more. And yeah, this one, only thing I noticed is we've got a bead on the chest. So we can attach that necklace very easily with one little line. And it looks great. The background still has that liney, sketchy thing, but that makes it so that it might be a fun way to explore different options on your background. Here we have our little New Year's girl. Look like the ice cream Christmas tree cupcake. She's cute. We have this girl with the butterfly tiara looking thing with the street shoes. And this one is when they adjusted the hands for us. Now they make more sense. It actually looks like she's holding the wand, and I want to thank them for adjusting that. It looks great. Here is the cover one. She's good, and she looks so much crisper on this digital. Here's this little one. Like I said, maybe the digital copy just looks more crisp because it is the digital copy versus the Amazon print. And this one, again, is just super uber adorable. I love it. Love her little star cupcake. Here's our one that reminds me of Alice in Wonderland with the tea kettle house. I'm doing this voiceover. I stayed in my car so that it would be nice and quiet. And the kids are like, okay, where's mom? And now we're discovering I'm in the car. So, and look at this cute one. This one looks great. I don't have any complaints about this at all. Or I'm not trying to complain. I just am pinpointing some things that I notice, and I want to thank them for updating these things for us colorists. It makes it easier for us to color. I noticed that the bodice is somewhat lighter in this picture, but that can happen when you have grayscale effect. So she kind of is giving me Tinkerbell vibes, honestly. But yeah. She's sitting on flowers, and she's got some little street steampunky shoes. Here's that little girl that was holding the thing that I was like, what the heck is she holding? It's a little more defined. Again, she still looks like a strawberry shortcake type of girl to me. Here we have this girl. This one in the other format, you couldn't tell what she was doing with her hand. Here you can clearly see she's trying to scoop some of that cupcake with the stick or something to maybe eat it. Yeah. And since the lines are crisper, you can see the butterflies better as well. Look at this one. She's cute. There's beautiful flowers. Her little nose has like a dimple on top and cute little tongue sticking out. Adorable. And here's this one. This is the one where I said I would probably add lines on top, on the topping, and make it a little more modest. This is the high school one. Keep on thinking High School Musical one. And you can see more definition in that hand holding the popsicle. And the fringe in the skirt, definitely. Here's this girl. This was the one that had conjoined hands. They fixed it. Now we've got 2 hands and 2 arms and 2 elbow areas. Sorry about that. My daughter discovered me hiding out in the car. Here we have this little girl. She has sunflower. And she's sitting on a bed of strawberries. And then this is the girl with the headdress. And you can see a lot more definition in this digital version in her headdress. But I want to thank you guys for watching this. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you to the company for sending me these books for review. Have a great